Allez, let's go.
Morning, everybody. Grant, go ahead.
Do you want to start with the players and get that out?
I know that this is your question, so we can start, no problem.
Just an update on Steven and Rudy, how they're looking.
Now I started to train yesterday, so we'll see if I give him minutes for this game or I wait. We'll see.
And now all the players returned from international playing, just how are they looking if they're back?
Except Mo. Mo is not. Mo is okay, so we'll see. Everything should be fine. Everybody should be fine. Sorry. So we'll see. After that, when there is a break like that with the international window, I have to think about the travel. I have to think about a lot of things. But for the moment, no issue.
And you're now 5 games into the 5 games into the regular season, then you had the 2 CONCACAF. I know it's still a very young season, but just how are you just viewing how you guys have started this season, and what are you hoping to see from them kind of in the upcoming games?
No, listen, we are consistent. Like I said, for me, this is the most important. After that, like you said, the season is young, so this is no clue to talk about the future. But for the moment, what we are doing, this is interesting. The way the competitive spirit that we have, the way we play, the desire to compete, the desire to be nice with the ball, the desire to be ugly without the ball. This is something that I was looking for, and they do it well. After that, yes, we can have more wins and so on. But again, the reality is this is what we have in terms of results for the moment, and I'm pleased with that.
And throughout the beginning of the season, you've been kind of playing around with different formations and different type of positions, like with Dylan, and for example, how much is that just you wanting to make the tactics fresh, and how much is it just the players you have?
No, this is important for me because again, first of all, to put the best team in to have the best performance, depending the opposition, and also for me, my knowledge, simple as that, in terms of challenge the player, challenge myself also, depending what I see. If what I see during the practice can be the same during the game, so that's why I decided to put a Cole example and Tristan the last game because they've been good with us, and it was the moment to put them on the pitch. So no, this is the way I am as a coach, and because I like to have flexibility, and also this is good for everyone in terms of competition between players, and also uncertainty for the opposition.
Coach, if I'm a player for you today, there's bad news and good news. The bad news is I'm not very fit. The other bad news is we had a game on Saturday with 23 shots and 5 on frame with nothing to show for it.
Mm.
The good news is we're probably spending a couple days on finishing. Players enjoy that, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Listen, we doesn't change. The way we work is it's me talking. You can disagree, but sometimes, how can I say that with almost a good English? When you have a bad game, I support my players. When you have a good game, this is the moment to challenge the players. So what does it mean for me? It means that, yes, we could have scored more goals, but the idea is not to work every day in front of the net. Because after that, it won't be a good idea for me. So we have to size up the good moment to do it. We have to size up also the moment to give them structure, and also to let them do their own exercise, to have the freedom to play and to have the feeling in front of the net. So we do both. And again, this is so complex because sometimes this is not about how we attack the box. This is about spontaneity. Mm-hmm. And I think that the last game we could have been better in this topic, because if we have that, I think that we could have at least hit the target a little bit or more. You know what I mean? So that's why sometimes this is not about. This is a mix of everything. So it could be also depending the player, depending the feeling. You know, I remember last year when the Diego was struggling ish to score in the beginning of the year. I don't know if you remember that. You know, he had the chances and he didn't score. So yes, we discussed, but I didn't put the focus on that because I knew that he will come back with that. And suddenly, boom, something clicked, and he came back with that. So this is so complex. So I have to find the balance, you know, between what I give, what I let them figure it out, and after that, I have to do a kind of a mix between these two ideas. And after that, we'll see what we can do.
It's funny that you bring up last year because statistically, shots and shots on frame compared to 5 games last year are about equal.
Yeah.
And you haven't lost yet.
Yeah. So that's why perspective is everything. And again, I don't know if you score, because I haven't checked if we score more goals than last year at the same time. But again, I think that we are close.
9 goals this year versus 10 last year.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised. So again, the last game that we had against New York City was I'm really proud of this game because it was a good. I tried to get better, like my players with my staff, and I like also to put myself in uncomfortable situations, and it was a good auto-evaluation. Regarding what we've been doing since the beginning with the team. Because yes, we missed few players, we had a few injury players, but the game that we had was one of the best games since the beginning of the season. The way we defended, the way we attacked the box. So again, perspective is everything, and for me, this is so important that my players can feel it, that this is the group, this is the team, this is the we, not me, and within that, obviously, we individually have to be good. Don't get me wrong, but again, I'm really pleased with the last game that we had, because in terms of intensity, in terms of the way we played against a good team, we were able to have a good game.
It's really 3 games. It's that LAFC game at home. It's San Diego on the road, as you say, in the context of that game.
Yeah.
And then the performance on Saturday. You mentioned defense. You faced one of the most prolific goal scorers in the game in America this weekend.
Yeah.
I know you got to meet Christian Benteke. I don't know if it was the first time last summer for the All-Star game, but what makes him so dangerous?
First of all, this is a really good guy, really nice guy. And he loves the game. And to be able to be competitive, you know, and he respects the league also. You know, the discussion that I had with him is he didn't come here to be a kind of the few seasons after that I stopped playing. No. He saw, and every day he's able to see that this is a competitive league with a good team. So this is the message that he gave to many players. You know, that he contacted him to learn about the league. He said, "Hey, if you come here, you have to be ready to compete." So that's why Wilfried Zaha, so he asked him, and he told him I was so pleased because again, this is so important to have players who had a really great career, you know, in Europe, and also they are honest, you know, in terms of if you come here, you're gonna have to be ready to compete because this is not a league that you're gonna think that is easy. So this is the message, and this is so important. So for me, yes, everybody knows the player. Do we gotta work on box defending? Do we gotta work on long ball and so on? For me, this is the 1v1 situation, you know, and we have to be good, and the 1v2 situation, because he's so good in the air that sometimes the first guy, and after that we have to be good with the second line or with the second man. So again, he's so good, and this is a really, really good leader, and no, I like him a lot.
I watched all of the coverage of the men's national team on Thursday and all of the coverage of the U.S. men's national team on Sunday. and I decided that I would pay good money to listen to you and Thierry Henry talk about soccer. I mean, what were those conversations like? Because you two both sort of see the game the same way.
First of all, I sent him a video when the guy from Panama jumped on him, and I said, "Wow, this is beautiful." And he told me that he was so surprised and he was also happy. And again, a guy coming from, everybody knows Thierry as a celebrity, but I know where he come from, and this is a small town, in Paris. And to see a guy like this, he could be a president of a country because he's so famous. And yeah, it was amazing to see. And no, listen, yeah, conversation. This is two passionate guy, Thierry and I, and he's going to be like that until we die. But I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about something that is important for me, And again, you know me. I don't want to be a philosophical guy, because apparently I can be like that sometimes. But again, it's me talking, and the word win. So the national team head coach Pochettino talk about US wants to win the World Cup. Now he got killed because he lost 2 games, and everybody put in brackets, in big words, we want to win, that Pochettino said he wants to win the World Cup. So I was smiling because this word, I don't like it. I don't like the word win, because the meaning of this word win for me, how can I say that in English? The translation and the meaning is not the same savor. Savor is not the same taste. It's perspective. Because when we don't talk about we want to win, people are saying, yeah, but at the end of the day, I want to win. This is the most important, is to win. Okay, so when we have a coach who put there, I want to win the World Cup, now everybody laugh. So my point is, I don't understand people. What do we want? So again, that's why I'm going back on me and the way I try to learn about everything and with my players. So at the end of the day, that's why when my owner tells me every day, hey, Wilfried, you have to win. Yeah, I want to win. I know nobody who likes to lose. But for me, this is how you prepare to win. And so this is not the message, but the reflection that I had was like, wow, the human being is so complex. Because you have a guy who wants to be honest about, okay, we want to win the World Cup. Yeah, he explained why, don't get me wrong. And now he got killed because he said that. So maybe it could have been better to say, we want to lose the World Cup. And after that, because he lost 2 games, so everything's going to be okay. Okay, we're going to see for the next part. So my point is, again, perspective. And as a coach, this is so difficult to convince and transmit what we want to do and this desire to compete. So that's why the competitive spirit is more important than the outcome. And when I talk about to put the best team to have a good performance, and the outcome is going to be to win, because again, we don't control that. Pochettino wants to win. The players of the USA wanted to win, but did they do everything to win? Canada, they wanted to win. Did they do everything to win? Apparently, yes. So again, performance is more important than the winning part. And for me, this is a really, really good learning process for me, because I'm fed up of this kind of world. I want to win. Yeah, everybody wants to win. Like I said, I know nobody who wants to lose, especially in our job. So again, how we prepare to win. And for me, it was a good reminders that this is the most important, to prepare to win instead of saying loudly that we can win or that we want to win, because people cannot understand the meaning of that really.
Well, saying the word win is a focus on outcome, which you say we can't control. I agree with you completely. It also simplifies the process, which is unfair because the process is complicated.
Exactly.
It's just like saying, go find a goal scorer and sign him.
Exactly.
That's not easy.
So that's why I try to challenge my player on that. And again, don't get me wrong, we are all different, you know. So last year and this year I had already a few discussions with players. Players individually, they're gonna say, me, I want to win. Okay, no problem. I want to win either. I want to no problem. But I'm gonna show you a picture. You told me that you want to win, but you didn't do that to win. Or you didn't behave in the good way to win. So it's easy to say, yeah, I want to win, because we can be cocky with that. But do you do everything to maximize your chance to win? And this is my purpose. And this is so complex. So again, sorry to be a philosophical guy, but but for me, this is so important, the meaning, because I'm fed up of this. When my son is losing, he's crying. When I lose, I want to kill everyone, in a way. But I have to respect that, and yeah, this is when people are in the arena. You know, this is not the same when people are outside. You know, so again, there is a lot of things that we have to master. You know, when we train, and the attitude and the behavior and so on, to maximize our chance to win.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else? Awesome.
And then, you know,
Thanks,
so you
Wilfried.
can't
Thanks,
answer like
Doug.
that.